All right, let's get into this. So, first things first, took the brain evaluation on September 11th, and you know, I just got the results recently on the 17th, so yesterday, as today is the 18th of September. And so I passed that. All praise, all thanks, all glory to the Most High God, God Almighty. But not to mention, I also did in fact how do you say, pass the evaluation and test the neuropsychological exam with flying colors. And the neuropsychological person, lady, said, and I quote, something very similar to this, and I quote, any psychologist, I can't even say the word, I'm jumbling up, but any other neuropsychological individual would not be able to even depict or tell you had any source or any way that your brain was damaged. So she basically saying that, she basically pointed to the fact I passed with flying colors. Only one thing was just like baseline and normal, as like normal people would do, and that would be saying words that were based off of a certain letter, but you couldn't use names or people or places or something like that. And so I had some pretty difficult words, I would say, or letters, I should say, and in turn words. So I had A, S, and forget the last one. It was 3 of them. But anyways, I still did okay on those because it was more of a normal person on what they would do and how many they would give. Straight off the bat, I'd say some pretty simple ones, like A, for example, astronaut, astronomical, amazing, awesome, apple. And then I would slowly start to slow down after those initial, give or take, 5 to 8. So, but that's passed, that's done, that's out of the way. And so then obviously I have to get cleared physically. But ironically enough, that that happened today. So got cleared from surgery and in turn physically from nerve damage. So I have the paperwork, but there's one more thing that kind of completes this breakthrough, and that would be my job accepting the paperwork and not needing anything more specific. And this is in fact the defining factor of whether or not I can return sub 365 days, sub 52 weeks, being a full year. And oh man, would that be, man, would that be astronomical, man? That'd be insanity, and I would truly, in so many different ways, especially to me, and I hope to you too, that it would show that, the Most High God, God Almighty, has been helping and touching and viewing this, this, you could say, comeback and whatnot, and has really laid his hand on it. But I gave them took a picture and I emailed it to the president, and they were supposed to get back to me today. They said either today or tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning would be it. So tomorrow morning it is. So obviously I truly believe I should have done this. I should have done this way back when. I can't even, probably when I got out of the hospital, probably in December. But I should have definitely gone to psychological therapy, truly, because I've had things that have been great, things that have helped me cope, like this YouTube, for example, and or my journaling, and then obviously the videos I make too, just on Snapchat and whatnot. But I set this up before I had the neuropsych, just in case I was gonna fail it. And again, and I can say this confidently now that I have passed it, that not once did I really think I was going to fail. But I'm not naive, I'm not oblivious to the fact that this could have happened. And you can't prepare for a test like this, really, just because it is such normal things and also very complex things that you can't necessarily really practice, because they have their own special, like, full-on booklets, full-on binders of these type of tests and whatnot. So, but yeah, the definitely not the last thing, but something very close to the end would be my job and my employer, what is it called, approving of my return, which could honestly be soon as Monday, man. But still, there's a thought in my head, and this major massive thing, this quote by Kobe when he was up, I believe 2-0 in the finals, I'm not sure against who, but the reporter asked him, he asked him, are you happy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Are you, or no, it's why are you not happy, I believe. I think that's it. And ironically, my mom asked me the same thing, and I said exactly what Kobe said. Happy? What's there to be happy about? Job finished? Job's not finished. So we still have, you could say, many more steps to go, although we are very close and within viewing and almost striking distance. So obviously I'll have to figure out a car situation, but once I get this, you could say, confirmation from my employer, I already have something planned. I already have something set up. I already have, I've already talked to a certain individual, and I have it all set up. So I'm just waiting for the okay coming Monday, so we'll see, man. Obviously I am very happy, but at the same time, I'm not going to indulge or stay in that and or be oblivious that any of this could take a worse, terrible turn, for the worst. And like that has happened many times in this affliction and in this recovery, in this comeback. So we will see, and I'll probably be making another video probably tomorrow midday or tomorrow night or evening, with what's going on and what's happening. So, and then I also do end up planning on making a, you could say in-depth thankfulness video on thanking every single one of you, in certain ways, and I'll specify in the video on how you've helped and how it's uplifted me. So, you guys can look forward to that. And, again, this is, what they say from my employer is truly the definer of whether or not I can make it back before a year. And if I can't, then it's out of my control. There's only so much I can do. Although it'll still be very impressive and very respectable, considering I have two of the slowest things to heal in the human body, with both damages, brain and nerve. So I also did get another referral for a little bit more therapy, but that's only really to help my wrist flexion and my thumb mobility, which is the radial nerve. That's the one on this side on top. So, but yeah, that won't really keep me out of anything and or be a very long thing to do. And my neurologist and the same neurosurgeon who did my nerve surgery, he said, give me a second so I can think of what he said exactly. He said, and I quote, something very similar to this: just go to therapy once to get exercises to do at home. I'm not worried about you. You're very young, strong, and resilient. And also, I could maybe show in this video, could say clinical notes said, or like the notes that they said based off of the appointment, and I'll put them up right now. Man, we'll see. We're very, very close, man. We're close. This is only, man, and again, one of the worst parts I've touched on before is I can't grieve or joyfully cry because of this, because that is the one thing I truly believe is possibly a permanent thing from this brain damage. So only time will tell with that one, but you know, crying is truly a beautiful thing. And especially with men, we are taught and told very differently in society, which is very much so not true. Crying is beautiful, and it is something massive and something that should be cherished, because when you don't have it, it truly is very difficult. So, and you can't feel the emotion of grief or even, like I said, joyfulness, you know, without doing those, because that's truly, you know, a strong act and a very courageous act in many different ways. You know, but there's I could make a whole video on that alone. So, but yeah, that should be about it. Plan on another video sometime soon, possibly tomorrow, depending on either way, probably either way. If it's good news, obviously it'll be a little bit longer, but if it's bad news, it'll be shorter. So stay tuned for that.